Good morning, everyone. It's a bit of a rush today. Sorry about that. Um, what are we? This is day 11. I'm going to say day 11, looking at our self-discipline in the kingdom. And self-discipline, it can be a very difficult thing because we have a mindset that we have to get around because rightfully so, we understand that salvation is not our work, and the salvation is something that's been done for us on the cross by Jesus Christ, and there's nothing that we could do for our own salvation. And as far as the law is concerned, we can't live a law that will bring us about to salvation. That's salvation by works, so we know that doesn't work. Salvation isn't by our goodness; it's by the goodness of Jesus Christ, it's the goodness of God. So, I mean, we're very clear on that. But that doesn't mean that the law is set aside. We're not under law anymore. In other words, there's no threat of punishment because of failure in the law. But Jesus said that he did not come to abolish the law. He came to fulfill it. And in fulfilling it, he has empowered us to live the law like it's never been able to be lived before. And so this is what Paul goes on about the taking off and the putting on. We take off the old man, the old nature, the sin. We take off those things, the lying, the cheating, the sexual immorality, and we take that off. And we put on the righteousness of Jesus Christ. And that's a decision that we make. Again, let's get it in our heads that the battle has been won. The battle we're not fighting the battle anymore. The battle has been won. Now, every day, we get to make a choice. We get to make a choice whether we obey or disobey. And this is the self-discipline that needs to be put in place. Those of you who've trained your mind or have been involved in training your mind, you know that there's a discipline that's involved with that. Those of you involved in training your body, you know there's a self-discipline with that. Why do we think that spiritually there's no discipline with it? And this is where we're failing. And so many people are attracted to the Eastern religions because of the discipline aspect of it. Now, in Psalm 119, I believe it's around verse 9. I don't have it here with me because I'm in the car. But it's talking about applying ourselves to the law, to live the commands of God, and what a delight it is. And that's a difference between before the cross and after the cross. Living the law now is a joy for us. It's something that we do out of love. Jesus said, if you love me, you will obey my commands. And those commands aren't a harsh thing. Those commands bring us life. They're joy. They bring us all these things, and we grow to love it. And we grow in it, and we see the benefits of it. But it's the applying of it. You know, it's those who struggle with lying. It's that decision not to lie. And how do you live that? How is that possible? How can you have self-discipline in that? By practice. By practice. By practice. And every time you find yourself lying, you confess it. And then you speak the truth. And what you're doing is you're bringing in that self-discipline. You've been empowered to do that. The Holy Spirit empowers you to live a righteous life. So, so if lying has been a problem, if lust has been a problem, every time you face that, you confess it, and you turn from it. You speak the truth into it. That isn't who you are anymore. That's just a shadow. That's a lie of the enemy. That's not who you are. That you have victory in this. And that's not mind over matter. That's decreeing the truth. That's saying what Jesus has said. And that's where we have to change. We have to start thinking what the King has said. We have to start saying what the King has said. And this is the joy that we have. And I want to encourage you in this. And it's it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. This self-discipline isn't a harsh thing. It's a pleasure to live. So I encourage you in it. Pursue it. Test it. Practice it. Put it into application. Whatever the weakness is that the Holy Spirit is showing in your character, then apply the word to it. Start decreeing. I'm not talking about making things up. I'm talking about knowing the word and decreeing the word. Knowing the promises, decreeing the promises. Knowing what Jesus said and repeating those things. That's what I'm talking about. So you have an excellent day. I pray it'll be a day filled with that self-discipline and application. Take captive every thought that comes against the knowledge of God. That comes against it. You know the truth. Live the truth. Speak the truth. Think the truth. Walk in the truth. He set us free. Be free indeed. God bless.